What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome to the True Raider Podcast. Now, I'm coming to you right now with breaking news. The starting quarterback has been announced for the Las Vegas Raiders. It is indeed going to be Gardner Minshew. Now, this whole thing with the battle between Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell, Antonio Pierce said in the presser this morning that it was not decided last night. They said that Gardner Minshew gives them the best opportunity to come out fast, and that's really what they want to focus on. They said it was based on a lot of things with experience, some things that he did in practice and training camp, and he said the first quarter of the season. Now, I really want to emphasize that he said the first quarter of the season. He's talking like maybe Aiden O'Connell was not quite ready to, start yet, but he did say in the presser that he does see Aiden O'Connell being a starter in this league, whether it's this year or next year. Those are the words that Antonio Pierce said. Now, I think that really what it's going to come down to is if Gardner Minshew ends up playing at a high clip, right? If he ends up showing up winning games, they're going to keep him in. But if Gardner Minshew is struggling, if he's not moving the offense, if he's getting turnovers, things like that, then what's going to happen is they're going to end up bringing in Aiden O'Connell after a couple of games. I don't know how many games they're really going to give for this to be a determination, but Antonio Pierce made it clear that that's what they're doing moving forward. I know before they had said some things that basically whoever they choose for the quarterback, they're going to stick with them, meaning that they're not going to be wishy-washy and, oh, so-and-so had a bad game this week, and so we're going to move to the other guy. But the way that he said it, the first quarter of the season is what he focused on. So that looks like probably about, 4 games, maybe 5 games. So I think that really, Gardner Minshew is going to have to go out there and really win his spot. And he said it wasn't based off of last night. I thought Aiden O'Connell had a better performance against the Cowboys in preseason. However, he was going up against second, third, sometimes fourth string guys, and he did throw a really nasty looking pick 6 in that game and was benched immediately after that. I was on doing a watch party last night, and I was convinced that, Aiden O'Connell had already won the job. Gardner Minshew came in, he did not look good, and he did not perform well at all. Did not score any touchdowns. He didn't throw any picks, but he just did not look very good at all. And Aiden O'Connell came in, and he looked a whole lot better than Gardner Minshew, but he did throw that pick 6. So Antonio Pierce said that they came together, him, Tom Telesco, Luke Getsy, and I've been talking about this for a while, that the 3 of those guys were going to make the decision together. And honestly, I think that Luke Getsy and Tom Telesco were leaning more towards Gardner Minshew. Antonio Pierce, when he talks about Gardner Minshew, you can see that he has more criticisms, that he doesn't seem as optimistic. And then when he talks about Aiden O'Connell, he says a lot of really good things. He's very optimistic. And so I think that, what it came down to is it was 2-1 vote. But I could be wrong about that, But what we have moving forward is that Gardner Minshew is going to be the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders for the 2024 season. Honestly, I don't really have initial feelings. I just found out the news right now. And honestly, I think that Gardner Minshew is a good quarterback. I do think that he can win us some games. I've said it before that I believe that no matter who we start, I think that whether it's Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell, we're probably only going to see one game difference between them, right? I think if one quarterback would take us from 10 wins, the other one will take us for either 9 or 11, I think it's kind of a 1A, 1B situation. Now, once my feelings settle in, I'll be able to talk about it a little bit more. I talked about the coin flip, right? And for those of you that, weren't there, my mom used to have me do this thing when I was a kid where if I wasn't sure on what to decide on, she'd have me flip a coin. Heads, you do this. Tails, you do that. I'd flip a coin, and then she'd say, okay, how do you feel about it now? And I'd say, well, it landed on heads, but I really kind of wish it landed on tails. And she's like, okay, go with tails, because that just revealed your true feelings. I thought that that's what I was going to feel today when we got this announcement, but honestly, I don't have those kind of feelings. I feel like there was a lot of things. Initially, I thought I was leaning towards Aiden O'Connell being the starter, but honestly, right now, I don't really think that Aiden O'Connell is necessarily going to give us a better chance than Gardner Minshew. However, I do not think that Gardner Minshew is going to give us a better chance than Aiden O'Connell. So I thought that since it was pretty comparable on, who was the better quarterback, that they said it was Aiden's job to lose. And I don't think that Aiden O'Connell necessarily lost that job, and I don't really think that Gardner Minshew did anything to win that job. However, Gardner Minshew looked way better against the Vikings than Aiden O'Connell did. And we're also not being able to see full reps with Devontae Adams, Brock Bowers, and I think that they're being able to see that in camp. There was that notorious scrimmage game that they keep talking about. It was a Saturday scrimmage, full pads, and they said Gardner Minshew did an amazing job in that scrimmage, and so I think that has a lot to do with what their decision was. Ultimately, I still stand by my word. I do believe that the Raiders are going to make it to the playoffs this year, and I'm excited to see what this looks like come week 1. We still got another preseason game against the 49ers. I have a feeling that Minshew's probably not going to end up playing in that since he was named the starter. So we're probably going to see a lot more Aiden O'Connell. And, I'll be doing a watch party for that as well. That's coming up on Friday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you there. Like always, I love you, Nation. I'll catch you on the next one.